how all the companies you had that were successful started off as failures. And at one point you were even juggling multiple companies at the same time, as you said, right, just to see which one would be the home run.
Right.
A couple of them were okay on the success level, and some of them turned out to be ultra successful with really big exits at the $100 million level. So let's talk about that for a second. For the people out there that maybe get into business and in their first, second, third year, fourth year, fifth year, they're still not achieving the success that they want. Maybe they're even labeling that as I failed. You just said off camera, which is why I'm bringing it up, all my biggest successes started as failures. So talk about that.
Well, I think failure is a really big part of success. Now, you only read about these things once they're already successful, right? And you hear my background, you're like, well, everything this guy touches turns to gold. Not exactly. I mean, they have for at least the last 12 or 13 years in the end. But there's so many companies, mine included, where, before they're successful, they're spending 2, 3, sometimes 4+ years figuring out how to match the market appropriately with the right product and solution at the right time. Because so much of it, no matter who the entrepreneur is, how great they are, what experiences they've had, what businesses they've built and sold, so much of it is out of your control. So much of it is luck and timing and persistence. And so you got to keep trying things. You got to keep trying different versions of your original idea. You got to keep trying different businesses. And that's the way I've been able to be successful. You don't sort of say, you know what, this hasn't worked, I'm going to move on and go back and get a job. You keep trying stuff because you have to play the odds. The odds are when you start 1 or 2 businesses, you're not going to be successful. If you are, it's going to be mild. But the more businesses you start, the more different things you try in the businesses you have, all of a sudden the odds start being more in your favor that you can have a success and then ultimately a really successful venture.
So